Hi there, programmers! This is an intro to Python video, and I started by opening up a program called Idle, I-D-L-E. Idle is the default IDE, or Integrated Development Environment, that comes bundled with Python when you download Python. So you'll open Idle, and it puts you in an interactive shell where you see this greater than, greater than, greater than. And make sure that you're using Python 3 point something. I've got 3.7.4, 3.8 something is the latest version as of when I'm making this video. And there were some significant changes between Python 2 and Python 3. So as long as you don't see a 2 as this first number here as your Python version, you're probably fine. All right, we're going to start with a Hello World program. In most languages, day one, what you do is print Hello World to the screen. In Python, you can do a Hello World program in a single line of code. In languages like C and C++ and Java, this would take you half a dozen lines of code to print Hello World to the screen. Also, I want to point out that Python supports either single quotes or double quotes with its strings. And you can use this interactive shell as a calculator. You can do mathematical expressions like addition, subtraction, the multiplication is the star, division. And one thing I want to point out about the division is if it can't represent the number with a integer, something that doesn't have a decimal point in it. So if I look at the type of something like 5, that's an integer. There's no decimal point. And if I look at the type of 3.2, that's also going to be an integer. But when I just did that division of 7 divided by 2, you can't represent that without a decimal point unless you're going to be truncating or rounding. So you're going to end up with a floating point number. So floating point number, something like 5.3, if I were to add that to an integer, then the result I get is going to be a floating point number because you need to be able to represent that. Let's see, what else? So if you do any mathematical expressions and you have a mixture of maybe addition and multiplication, you might ask yourself what's going to be done first, the addition or the multiplication? Well, it will be exactly what you've learned in math class. You learned that multiplication and division happen before addition and subtraction. So when we run this, it does the multiplication first. 4 times 3 is 12, add 2 is 14. So you get an integer answer that is 14. If you want a different order of operations, you can use parentheses to say, well, actually do that addition first and then multiply the answer by 3. That's okay. So we've talked about integers and floats. There's also, you can have complex data. So data that might have an imaginary part along with maybe a real part. So if you use a j along with your number, that's like saying this is the imaginary component of this number. So for j, in math class you might use an I to mean the square root of -1. In Python you're going to use a j. There's a few mathematical operators that you're not used to seeing if this is your first programming class, and one of them is a percent sign. And that'll be the remainder. It'll say if I do 7 and I divide it by 2, what's left over? There's a remainder of 1. But something like 6 divided by 2, there is no remainder, it divides evenly. What else might be new is I'm going to do 7 and then 2 division signs. That does integer division, and it will truncate the result. So normally 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. 7 with 2 divisions, 3.5. 2 divisions will give you the truncated version. It's not rounding up, it's just getting rid of the decimal point and making an integer. Okay, what else could we do? Exponentiation. So what if I say 2 squared? Then I just need to do 2 multiplication signs, or 2 cubed, 2 multiplication signs. So that's a little bit about how to use the interactive shell as a calculator in Python, and more to come.